Hi, I'm Chanelle, one of the journalists at Manx Radio. Welcome to the latest edition of Manx Radio Newscast.
My name is Ralph.
My name is Reuben and I'm the co-project manager.
My name's Natercia and I'm the creative designer.
So, we are participating in a program called the Junior Achievement Company program, which started, this year's program started in September. So, we are competing against 21 other teams with the prize of going to Sicily to compete in the overall European competition. So we are developing an app. Well, firstly, we're called Evesta.
Yeah.
That's our company name, and we are developing an app called ARCA. Do you want to explain?
So ARCA stands for Autism Related Communication App. Its aim is to improve communication for non-verbal autistic people and reduce the societal stigmas around the condition, so that it will make people more aware of the condition and what people living like.
Right, and what made y'all come up with this idea when y'all were thinking of it?
Obviously, I feel like everyone in our team is closely related to someone with autism, so us being able to create an app like this would obviously help us as a team, and we're also thinking it will help include, it increases inclusivity and makes it a better community for the children as well.
No, definitely. So you guys are one of the teams in this competition, right?
Yeah.
Even though you've put this plan together for the competition, is it something that you'd like to see built out?
Yes.
Outside of it?
Yes, definitely. So that's one of our biggest sort of goals, is that obviously we've got the competition which ends this month actually.
Yeah.
The competition's on the 13th, the Wednesday, and after that we are very much planning to carry this on and pursue it as potentially a business that is hugely successful. That's the main plan.
Yeah.
How beneficial would something like this be to the people on the island?
It would be incredibly beneficial. It's such a misunderstood and poorly supported condition. It's the same with loads of different mental health conditions and disabilities that you can't see. It was just released this year that 1,500 individuals are diagnosed with autism, but the waiting times to get diagnosis are 2 years. So our plan is to implement it into primary schools so that the condition is known about and educated from a young age. So it will, even if you're not diagnosed, it's not going to be strictly that you have to have a diagnosis to get the support you need. It's just, if you want to use it, you can.
And the great part about it is it's not just for people with autism. It can also be used by other people who are non-verbal, especially we're aiming for also the people with the stroke unit, because they've also become non-verbal due to their strokes. So that would be quite helpful for everyone in the community.
Would you like to add on there?
Yeah, so following on from Natercia, we've obviously our app's called ARCA, which is Autism Related Communication App, but through market research we've found that it's also going to be very beneficial to other groups. So the stroke unit, Down syndrome is also another condition that we plan to help. So we just want to help society as a whole, really.
What sort of research, I know you said market research, what sort of research have you guys gone into?
We've done immense amount of research. So we have Anna, who wasn't with us today. She's a market researcher, and she did loads of competitor analysis, so other apps in the market that are similar to us but lack the functionality that people with conditions like autism and Down syndrome need in order to use an app. And we've went to loads of different meetings and organised them ourselves. So we've just recently had a meeting last week with Tanner Smith from South Carolina, and he's big on preaching autism positivity, and we didn't rush it. We didn't rush into creating ARCA. We knew that it would take a long time, so that we wanted to make sure that instead of just having a product for the competition, we'd have the prototype, and then after the competition's finished, we can work on developing the fully functioning app so that it's the best that it can be.
Can I ask, Tanner Smith, is he the one that's on that Netflix show? Okay,
Yeah,
perfect.
on
On
the
the spectrum, yes.
Yeah.
What made y'all reach out to him?
So we all loved how positive his outlook was on life. That was one of the biggest reasons. We thought that he would be very helpful to us in giving us some suggestions on what our app could have, some suggestions on ways we can improve our app, things like that really. And so yeah, we just contacted him through his email that was on his Instagram bio, and luckily enough he replied to us and we had the meeting. It was fantastic. We learned lots about him, his journey, his education, and it was very, very, very useful.
Explain the app to me. So if someone's listening about this app, once we download the app, what can we see when it is in function?
So on the page, you will see a PEX. You see 3 tabs. One has PEX, which is our picture assisted communication service, right?
Yes.
And then we've got the coping mechanism, the emotional support system, which is really good because it helps, like, especially with people with autism. They sometimes go through periods where they feel really stressed, and this emotional support system has breathing exercises and also has like voice messages, which are really good. And then we have AMIC on one of the tabs, which is just like a PEX thing where you could draw your own PEX, because obviously we know that some people don't recognize things with the same pictures, which is really good. We also have we have
voice messages as another section, which basically allows the parents of children to add their own voice messages, which is one tool used for sort of calming measures, because if someone is in a stressful situation, they can listen to voice messages that will hopefully calm them down. Reuben, do you have any?
Yeah, so we've also implemented a timetable feature. So I think it's very well known that stereotypically autistic people like to follow a routine, or not necessarily always a routine, but they like to know what they're doing and when they're doing it. So we've added a timetable feature which will easily state like what you'll have next and what you have in the day, so that they have that sense of structure with them, even if they don't need to use it. It's just there in case they want to.
Oh, perfect. So this app, is it available for people not yet? This is just the developing stages.
We've got the prototype available. It's on our Instagram bio, so that's available to anyone. We would accept feedback as well, which will help us improve the prototype.
But the plan is to, obviously after the competition, to fully develop this app and publish it onto the App Store and Google Play Store for access for everyone. We hope to hopefully globally make this app available so that it's not limited to just the Isle of Man, just the UK, to be able to gain what's on this app.
Perfect.
Yeah, this is just because like one of the main issues with the other apps on the market was, one, they were too expensive, and it was like a one payment type of situation. People don't have that much money to spend in one go. And the other one was like, they're available, you'd pay for the app, and then boom, you find out it's not available on the Isle of Man. So by us having this app would help us like reach to everyone basically.
We've definitely got low income households in mind when making like the pricing for this app. The pricing still isn't determined, but as a collective group we know that we want it to be very affordable and like a feasible price based on like incomes, and like most people who like parents of autistic people, we know it can be a struggle, so we want to make sure that it's not only people who have lots of money can pay for it. It's going to be inclusive.
I think my last question would be, earlier you gave stats where you said, I can't remember, 1,500 or something. But, knowing that there's that long 2-year waiting period, what's your concerns, or do you think more could be done to help people with with autism?
Yeah, 100%. I think that there's not actually, if you do the research, there's like a handful of organisations that are solely towards autism. We've had a meeting with Autism Initiative, who are the main autistic group that support autistic people. They think that the diagnosis is only getting worse, not as in, I mean, it's increasing. People get diagnosed every day and it's more and more, and I think that it's not that autism hasn't always been there, it's definitely that it's just being poorly understood. And I think that as a society we need to start understanding that it is a real condition, it's something that needs to be supported, and we're just trying to make a difference.
Thank you for making it to the end of the Little Manx Radio newscast. You are obviously someone with exquisite taste. May I politely suggest you might want to subscribe to this and a wide range of Manx Radio podcasts at your favourite podcast provider, so our best bits will magically appear on your smartphone. Thank you.